This is what you saved your lunch money for. To the green here on the final night of Indiana Sprint Week. Neal going to race off into turns 1 and 2. Briggs Danner going to take off like a shot onto the back straightaway. Dussel going on for second on back here as they work through turns 3 and 4. Here comes Kevin Thomas Jr. He's going to clip a couple of them here as they work around to the front straightaway. Quickly by the 12 of Ballou, the 6 of Calderwood, going to work on the 19 AZ of Mitchell-Moles now as they work onto the back straightaway. Calderwood fighting back to his outside. The 6 up the racetrack, the 3R down to the bottom. Advantage will be to Kevin Thomas Jr. Battle among the top 5 continues to be for that third spot, though. Kevin Thomas with a run around to the front straightaway pulls up even with the 19 of Mitchell-Moles. Now down to the bottom at turns 1 and 2, has the run and the advantage. They work onto the far side of the racetrack. So 3R up into the third spot here. Briggs Danner leads the way, but Jaden Rogers in quick pursuit of that number 39. Trying to close quick here as they move up into traffic and put himself into position. Working right around the bottom side of the racetrack. The 5 has been working the middle bottom. He's going to go to the high side. Turns her, burns her onto the back straightaway, but not quick enough. Here comes Kevin Thomas, masterful at this facility. Works to the inside up to the second spot, looking for the race lead. They're nearly 3 wide. Kevin Thomas takes advantage of traffic, and he'll come around to lead the way. Danner held up behind a slower car, opened the door for the Inferno Armor number 3, as Kevin Thomas Jr. leads now into turns 3 and 4, coming around to click off lap number 12. Rogers still trying to get around the 39 of Danner. Now the battle for the second spot, still unable to. Works the inside. Can't get the run on Danner onto the back straightaway. Clean racetrack for a moment here as Kevin Thomas back into traffic here in just a minute. Around the bottom, held up by the slower car a little bit now. The 5 able to clear onto the back straightaway. Not for long. Here comes the 39 of Danner. Switches lines down to the bottom of 3. Brings it wide into number 4. Smooth line this time for Jaden Rogers, though. He's going to take over second. Takes her up the racetrack at the exit of turn number 2. Jaden Rogers not able to work to the inside and take advantage, but Briggs Danner is going to shoot to the inside. Sweeps across the racetrack, trying to hold on to second. Can't do it. Slips it back to third. Jaden Rogers holds on to the runner-up spot, as here comes Robert Ballou. Tries to work to the inside, not able to get there. Briggs Danner going to run that thing to the top side as hard as he can here through turns 3 and 4. Robert Ballou in the meantime sweeps up the racetrack right into the tire tracks of the 39 as he is glued to Jaden Rogers. Back bumper down the front straightaway. Robert just about over-rotates her a little bit. Loses some ground to that battle for the second spot. In the meantime, Kevin Thomas Jr. going to set the cruise control and run away. 1.661 seconds to the good. As we have 18 laps in the books, 12 remain. Robert Ballou trying to make up that little bit of lost time here as he rides in that 4th spot. Mitchell-Moles in 5th, but he's got company. He's got the Avante windows and doors over 3P, and the Kurt Breckers over 21. Going to set sights on him. Now Ballou with a run to the back straightaway. Tries to take the 3rd spot from Briggs Danner. Danner working back to the top shelf. The 12 around the bottom, up through the middle. He's going to take the line away from Danner onto the front straightaway. Now throws her down to the bottom side of turns 1 and 2. Rogers, a better run onto the back straightaway. Holds on to that second position. Traffic about to become a factor once again for your leader. Briggs Danner in 4th. They make their way into turns 3 and 4. Here comes Ballou around the inside, trying for second. Couldn't get there quick enough. Kevin Thomas Jr. in the meantime puts her back in high gear and takes off. Ballou now with a run to the inside. Takes over the runner-up spot here in 12. Leaves the 5 and the 39 to duke it out, but the 3rd spot here as they work down the front straightaway. In the meantime, Logan Seavey in the 57 going after the 6th spot here. They'll race off into turns 3 and 4. Kevin Thomas entering low, swinging wide, likewise for the 12. Logan Seavey trying to utilize the restart here in the 57. He takes over the 5th spot. He works on to the back straightaway, going to work in the 19. Those two side by side around to the near side of the racetrack. The 21 AZ of CJ Leary chasing both of them. At the line, Moles. He's going to try to hold it here. The 57 back to his inside. The 39 of Briggs Danner directly ahead of them. Slide up the racetrack by the 19 on the 39. Danner turns back to his inside. Good fight going on right now for the 4th, 5th, and 6th positions. As they'll come around this time to 3 to go. Caution to the NOS Energy start can. 2 to go. Game on. Jaden Rogers in the 5 into the mix. Going to go for second. He's got it. Logan Seavey's going to swing by in the 57. The Abacus racing number 57 takes over second. Now they're stacked up coming to the white. Look out. Caution continues to plague this one. It looks like 465 at 5 p.m. They work off of turn number 4. 2 to go. Seavey going to take it wide and shoot to the middle. Both drivers bolt onto the back straightaway. Off into turns 3 and 4. White flag comes once again. Kevin Thomas Jr. into turns 1 and 2. Logan Seavey moving his line down along the bottom. Not able to keep pace onto the back straightaway. Final 2 turns here at Tri-State. And for the 3rd time in his career, he is champion of Indiana Sprint Week. Kevin Thomas Jr. wins the finale. Up and out of the car, race fans, let them hear it. Kevin Thomas Jr.
You know, look at this place. It's packed front and back. You know, all you fans did a great job with the T-shirts all week, and my team did a great job with the race car. You know, even from IMS on, you know, I don't think we ran off the podium, but maybe twice. And, you know, we've been really working all year, and I know we were up shit creek with no paddle there for the first half of the year. But, you know, these guys, they just don't quit. They keep trying and trying and trying. And, you know, we finally found something, and I spoke on it probably a month and a half ago. And, you know, this just transformed into this week, and we got good at the right times. And, you know, Hank and Michelle, they do so much. You know, they bring a lot of people to the racetrack. They provide a great race car. You know, this one's for them. You know, he's never won one of these, and it's pretty special. So I know he's about 75, so he's going to probably use it. You know, he's going to be sitting there in his rocking chair drinking coffee in the morning. But you know, it's just awesome. It's a big team effort. Obviously, Hank and Michelle, Tim Spindler, BK, Kyle, CD, Country. He wasn't able to make it today. I think he's getting sunburned on the boat somewhere. But you know, it's just a big-ass group effort. My wife getting me up and down the road, and you know, she's working her butt off too there at the T-shirt trailer every single day. My dad's here, stepmom, my aunt. I don't even think my aunt's ever been to one of my races, and you know, here we are. Glenn's here, so say hey to my mom back home. I know she's been texting me every day, and you know, I just got to thank Inferno Armor, Mach 1 Chassis, FK Shock, Stanton Race Engines. We had his tongue out there, so you know, that's a lot of good people that are behind us. Lucas Oil Centers is right here in town. You know, Creative Finishings, Indy Metal Finishings, all the people that pitch in, whether it is product, dollars, it doesn't matter. You know, they get us up and down the road, and for us to run all 8 races, you know, which rarely happens. Usually we get a rain out or two, and you know, the weather threw us a couple curveballs, and you know, we just had a good enough week to get it done. Last time I won this, I didn't want to race, and I didn't want that to happen again. And you know, I was feeling good, and then I kept seeing that 57 up on the board, and I was like, oh, I better not screw this up. So you know, he kept me honest. Great job by those guys all week, and you know, I'm just pretty pumped. I feel like I know this place pretty well, but you know, at the end of the day, that just shows what a good race car driver he is. You know, we can say it now, but like, coming into this, everybody kind of wrote him off, and you know, he's not that good at hop stop, blah blah blah. Well, he's a damn good race car driver, and you know, they'll figure it out at any given point. So you know, that's just case in point right there. So you know, I was glad to do battle with him all week, and he's one of my better friends. So you know, I knew that whenever I saw that 12 roll out of the work area, I was like, oh shit. So I was like, I was pretty nervous, but you know, nervous is good. You know, nervous is pressure, and like, you deserve it if you put yourself in that spot. So you know, I feel relieved, and you know, now we can sit around and drink some beer.
To now be sitting in the Bridgeport Rocker at the end of the week, how does that feel?
Oh, unbelievable. Gosh, I told you that'd be worse than Cody Swanson. No, it's great. We have worked our ass off.
Get it together.
Yeah, I will. No, we're got Tim Spindler back, and that was a great deal for us. He's the glue that keeps us together. We all know our jobs, but Tim, he just keeps us glued together and focused, and this is what you get. And it's 25 years coming, but we got it.
How about it, race fans? Hank Byram and Rocksteady Racing, they finally got it. They're taking the Bridgeport Rocker back home. Once again, Kevin Thomas Jr., your Indiana Sprint Week champion with Rocksteady Racing. Christy Bemis over to second.